Welcome back, everybody. People who grew up in the 1980s carry a subtle separation from the present moment. It's not rooted in longing, and it has nothing to do with rejecting progress. It's the awareness of having lived under a different set of internal rules formed before the world accelerated, fragmented, and digitized. You move forward just fine. But somewhere beneath the surface, you recognize that something essential has quietly disappeared. That generation was shaped during a brief and unrepeatable chapter of history. Not a flawless one, but an authentic one. Safety was assumed rather than engineered. Trust was extended rather than negotiated. Childhood unfolded outdoors, unsupervised and uninterrupted. Mistakes were made in real time, with real consequences. By today's standards, it looked reckless. In reality, it was formative. The absence of constant protection didn't weaken you. It taught resilience, judgment, and self-trust. What was happening beneath the surface was even more significant. Your brain was organizing itself during a psychological window that no longer exists. The environment you absorbed didn't just influence your habits or preferences. It shaped how you interpret effort, risk, and possibility. That early wiring is why you often appear grounded in a world that feels unstable to others. You aren't calmer by chance. You were calibrated in a different era, and that calibration still guides how you stand, think, and move through the present. The first defining trait is what psychologists might label hardwired confidence, a foundational mindset formed long before self-help culture existed. You absorbed a world that was quietly optimistic. The Cold War was loosening its grip. The economy was expanding. Underdogs didn't just dream, they won. In stories like Rocky, perseverance was rewarded. In adventures like The Goonies, loyalty and courage were non-negotiable. Music blasted messages of defiance, belief, and forward motion. The cultural undercurrent whispered the same truth over and over again. You can make it. That's why today's era of constant crisis feels so foreign to you. Your default setting is hope. Not naive optimism, but a deep-rooted expectation that effort leads somewhere meaningful. You learned fearlessness, not because danger was absent, but because the future felt worth confronting. The second trait emerged from the same economic landscape that made the future feel bright. Psychologists call it latchkey autonomy. You probably just remember it as being trusted. Both parents worked. You came home to an empty house. You made your own food, managed your time, solved your own boredom. No one hovered. No one micromanaged. And in that silence, something powerful developed. Children who regularly navigated unsupervised time built stronger internal motivation and sharper decision-making skills. You weren't told what to do next. You weren't monitored for progress. You learned to rely on an inner compass, and that compass still guides you. It's why you can organize chaos, adapt under pressure, and act without needing permission or applause. Independence wasn't taught to you. It was assumed of you. Then there's the third trait, an understanding so ingrained you rarely articulate it. Effort precedes reward. Satisfaction was never instant. If you wanted a game, you saved for it. If you wanted music, you waited patiently by the radio, ready to capture the moment when it finally arrived. If you wanted a movie, you traveled to get it, hoping luck was on your side. Delayed rewards trained your brain differently. Anticipation mattered. Waiting mattered. Psychologists now know this shaped stronger impulse control and healthier dopamine regulation. You learned that fulfillment wasn't delivered, it was earned, and that lesson never left you. That's why modern instant gratification feels strangely empty. Your reward system was built for pursuit, not shortcuts. The fourth trait runs even deeper: confidence rooted in the physical world. Everything you owned had weight and consequence. Tapes could unravel, records could scratch. If something broke, it was gone. If you loaned it out, you accepted the risk of never seeing it again. Value wasn't abstract, it was tangible. Beyond possessions, you navigated the world itself without digital assistance. No GPS, no search engines, no location tracking. You found your way because you had to, and that necessity cultivated trust in your own judgment. That trust doesn't fade, it settles into your bones. Instinctively, that problems can be solved because you've already done it again and again without a safety net. The fifth and perhaps most remarkable trait is something psychologists call presence capacity, the ability to fully inhabit a moment. The 80s existed before life became something to document. Experiences weren't content. Memories weren't optimized for an audience. When you were somewhere, you were there. Completely. There was no divided attention between living and recording, no background hum of digital noise. Your mind learned to settle, to focus, to absorb. And that kind of presence leaves a permanent imprint. It's why waiting doesn't unsettle you. It's why silence doesn't scare you. Your attention was trained in a world that demanded it, and your brain still operates that way. So when you look around today and feel slightly out of place, remember this: you are not outdated. You are equipped with strengths that are quietly disappearing. What others call stubbornness is competence. What looks like detachment is self-reliance. You were given freedom, and you never got lost. It makes sense that the modern world feels unfamiliar. You came from a time when childhood was physical, rewards were earned, and the future felt winnable. That world shaped you, and that is not something to mourn. It is something to carry with pride. If this exploration has stirred something within you, share your thoughts in the comments, or simply your presence. Thank you for walking this path with us today. If this journey has stirred something within you, reflection, awareness, even clarity, know that you are not alone. Until next time, take care of your energy and honor your intuition.